Hi YouTube, if you're a Paul McCartney fan like me, I'm going to show you how I found one of his houses on the internet simply by watching this video. As you can see, it's a video of Paul McCartney and his latest band rehearsing, and a little bit later on in this video they swivel the camera around and point it towards the sea. They're actually down on the coast in West Sussex, which is what Paul says a little bit later on, which I'll show you. And so watching this video, I just thought to myself, I wonder if I can find that on Google Maps, and I did. So just to explain what you're looking at now, this is a video on YouTube on Paul McCartney's channel. If you can see that there, the video is called Rehearsal Footage, 19th of May 2010. So I was watching this video, and that black wall you can see behind them is actually the base of a windmill. And so I figured that might be easy to spot on Google Maps. And the building behind the windmill is a white building, and again I might be able to see that on Google Maps if I go into satellite position and then into Street View. So I'm just gonna you've got the name of that video now. If you want to have a look at it, you get it up yourself, and I'm just gonna put it on full screen. There we go. And then I'm going to just wind it on to where they swivel the camera so you can see what I mean.
We are rehearsing down here in Sussex on the coast. I don't know if you can see the...
There you go, I'll just wind it back a bit again.
And, yeah, well, here we are on the old .com, and we're rehearsing. We are rehearsing down here in Sussex on the coast. I don't know if you can see the Great English Channel over there.
See the view there.
The world. Do not invade us right now. We are not ready to repel you forever. Anyway, so there we are, and yeah, we're rehearsing because we're coming your way this summer.
Right, so I looked at that picture, and I could see it was a clear view right down to the sea. And he said that they were in West Sussex. So I thought, I bet that's easy to find. So I'm now going to take you to Google Maps. And I'll just turn Paulie down a little bit. That window's still open and the video's still playing. Whoops. So there's Google Maps. And West Sussex is down here. You see Brighton there. It's kind of to this side of Brighton, going out towards Dover. So you've got Eastbourne and Hastings down there. That's your West Sussex region. So what I did was I zoomed in on that region. Can you see Hastings there? And I knew that Hastings was I knew that he was near there because one of his videos. I can't remember what it was. It was a video, a fairly recent one, where he was walking about a seaside town with a great big ghetto blaster on his shoulder. Do you want to dance tonight? Was it that one? I'm not sure, but if you remember the video where he had the great big ghetto blaster on his shoulder, that was actually shot in Hastings. So. And I also know he's got a house in Peacemarsh, which isn't far from Hastings anyway. But this particular building with the windmill, that's not in Peacemarsh. So anyway, I got down here and then I switched to satellite view. And then I figured, right, what I'm looking for is a place fairly close to the coast that's got a clear view of the sea. So I started honing in on Hastings. You can see it there, can't you? Hastings here. And then I zoomed in, And I thought, well, it's not going to be behind the town, because that shot we saw in his video was a clear shot of the sea. So I thought it's going to be around here somewhere, a building in this region. So I started going up the coast, looking this far back, looking for a windmill. And it took me a couple of days, but I found it eventually. And it's just around here somewhere. If you look at the geography here, you can see that here we've got fields going all the way down to the sea. So I thought, well, that looks like a likely candidate. So I started zooming in on buildings and fields that were in that region. And eventually I found it. And I dropped on this place here. Can you see that little field there with something in the middle of it? And then I scroll in further and further. And the closer I get, that's about as close as I can get, you can actually see the blades of the windmill. And I thought, wow, that's got to be it, because there, you know, they've got a clear view right down to the sea there. But I still needed to check further, so what I did was I grabbed the little street view fella here, and I just dropped him on the road here, and then twisted it round, and sure enough, there's the windmill. I was well pleased about that. And you can see a bit of the house. I'm assuming it's Paul's house, but that's definitely where he was in that video I played you. So I then started having a look around, so I just went along the road a little bit here till I came to a turning. These are your typical south coast single track roads that you get. You've got to be careful when you're driving on them, if there's a car coming the other way. But up the hill there, and that's the drive to the house. You can see the windmill in the background there. If I zoom in a little bit, you know, you can see it, and that's where he was recording that video. And then what I found amusing was there's his dustbin, his wheelie bin. His wheelie bin's out. I thought, man, as a McCartney fan, what I'd give to be able to grab that bin and have a look in it and see if there's anything interesting in it. Not that I'm in the habit of doing things like that, but I just thought it would be interesting. And in the distance there, I don't know if you can see it through the trees, you can see the sea. So there you are. And just to recap on where that is exactly, I'll just come out of Street View and scroll back up again. Well, before I do, you can see that is Wickham Rock Lane, and the region is called Ickleston. There, I-C-K-L-E-S, Icklesham. Icklesham it's called. It's a typical Southern English village name. And to get your geography right, there's Hastings here, there's Icklesham, and the windmill house is just here. So you can check that out yourself on Google Maps. And I found that interesting. I enjoyed the search for the house. And here's his video again. I'll just let this play out a little bit. There they are at the base of the windmill. Alright YouTube, I'll leave that with you. Happy hunting. It's great to see him in that environment, isn't it? Out in the sunshine, rehearsing with just a single amp and his band. And they seem really good guys, don't they? And I love that drummer, Abe LaBurrell Jr. Okay, that's it. I'm going to close this now. Hope you found it interesting. Bye.